Well, I spent some of my formative years with my aunt, who was a dressmaker. She was one of the top ones in the country, and she had no kids. So I literally grew up at the side of a machine, threading needles, learning to base, and little things like that. So it was always a love that turned into a passion. I actually started in the business when one of my brothers, who lived in London for many years, about 40 years or so, he decided to return to Trinidad, and he was married to a British woman, and she was one of the merchandisers for Selfridges at the time. She was a manager. She was a buyer for the Selfridges. And so she was coming back home and she needed something to do. So of course I had a passion for fashion and she had a background in fashion. So we decided to do something together. Now at the time I was working at the university in education. And after the first year, my brother and his wife, they both decided that this was not really where they wanted to relocate to. So they returned, and of course I had this business on my hand. So I went to my boss and I asked him if I could get some leave to sort this thing out, And he said they couldn't give me leave, but I was such a good worker that if it didn't work out, I can always come back. One thing I never do is to turn back. I never go back. So I decided to resign my job and go full speed ahead into this fashion world. And I have not turned back to today.